So, Bill, the biggest story of the week.
Got to be Ian, but, how do you cover it? It's, a act of God. And, you lived in Florida. I lived in Florida.
Yeah.
When you live there in California as well, anything could happen. And then it happens and everybody's looking at one another. But there is some good news here that the federal and state governments do work in the capacity of getting help to people. Obviously, these people's whole lives are destroyed now.
Yeah.
They got to rebuild, and that's just part of life. But, that's the biggest story of the week. The second biggest story of the week is Joe Biden's continuing diminishment.
Yeah. In what way? The mental diminishment or diminishment on the world stage?
Well, I can't calibrate the world stage. He's doing the right thing in Ukraine because Putin is on the ropes. And we just talk about praying. If you're going to pray for something, he's got to go. And I'm hoping that the Russian people, you don't get a lot of reporting out of there, but nobody can really be supporting Putin. And he looks terrible, and he's hiding out.
Wait. Yeah, before you get into that, let's cover the Nord Stream pipeline. Who do you think did it? Who's responsible?
Joe Biden did it. Jill was in the scuba.
No, come on. Who do you think did it?
He went on with a giant hat pin and just banged it. Come on, Beck. I mean, who the deuce knows who did it?
Right. But do you think that we would have done that? Do you think it's no matter what I think about the left, I do think there are people that are that nefarious, but I just can't see our Navy SEALs being ordered to do that and us doing that.
No, I don't think that happened. Okay? But you know what the real tragedy of this is? You can watch cable news and hear a half an hour of that. They just make this stuff up because the ratings are going down so quickly, and they come on. Oh yeah, this is what. And you're sitting there going, if there's no facts, which there aren't in this, okay, all you have to say is, gee, it's possible that maybe Putin went down in a diving bell. But you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So we just had Chris Stewart on, and he's a congressman. He's on the Intel committee and a highly decorated Air Force colonel, I think. And he said, we didn't do this, but he doesn't say who did it, and he didn't rule out that some of our money that we're just sending out with no accountants. Might have been used by some nefarious figure to do it. But his point was, doesn't matter. It means we're at the beginning of something very, very bad, not the end and wind down of a war.
Well, look, Europe is going to suffer this winter as the people of Florida are suffering now. And some of us believe that, okay, you had an opportunity to get away from Russia and you didn't. And so this is what happens when you dine with the devil. I know you're a big Machiavelli fan, Beck, but there's a very famous quote. If you dine with the devil, bring a long spoon. Because if you get into bed with these evil people, they will turn on you. And that is what's going to happen this winter in Europe. It's going to be chilly over there. Now, but here's the worst part of it. 2 years ago, I just want everyone listening to Beck, O'Reilly, and Stu right now, think back just 2 years ago. The United States had the most vibrant economy on the planet, on Earth. We were exporting oil and natural gas to foreign countries and reaping the benefits financially of that. One man gets elected president and destroys the entire economy in 2 years, including the fuel industry of the USA. How horrible is that? So if we were energy independent now, if Trump had been reelected, we would be making billions and billions of dollars, and the Europeans would not be so chilly this winter.
How
These
does
are facts.
how does the German government not get overthrown if tens of thousands of Germans freeze to death and they're not turning their nuclear power plants back on? How?
Look, it's up to them. I was in Germany a couple of years ago. It's like the United States. If you got a phone in their hand, they're in there drinking the steins. I don't know what they're doing over there. Okay, but you're getting punished now because of foolish policy.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys want to wise up. Look, it's about America. Are we going to wise up in 5 weeks, Beck?
No.
On November 8th, is this country going to wise up? I think it might.
I think it's going to go better than. Well, I don't want to jinx it. I endorse all the Democrats. How's that? Because every time I endorse somebody, they lose. So I endorse every Democrat. I don't know. I hope. My feeling is watching things. People are waking up. I don't know how it plays out, but if everyone who wants to save the country isn't voting, they're a part of the problem. You've got to go out and vote. You have to.
I can't understand how anybody could vote for a Democrat, and I'm not a party guy. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Republicans, are these geniuses? No, they're not. All right. But how could you? I don't know what the overall campaign slogan is. Hey, if you want less money, vote for the Democrats. Is that what they're campaigning on? If you want more bodies in the street, vote for us. We're going to have more dead people because we're not going to enforce the law. If you want 10 million undocumented migrants, vote for us because we're not shutting anything down. You like fentanyl? Vote for us. You'll have plenty of it. That's the Democratic platform. And then we're at that point. I've been doing this almost 50 years. I've never seen the kind of political insanity in America that I see today. And it's affecting every person. You are paying more for your cheeseburger. Hello?
I can't believe
and you're going to vote for Kathy Hochul in New York, and they might.
I can't believe, Bill, that we are at a place to where we all agreed 5 years ago that pedophilia is bad, and should never be normalized. We knew that grooming children or showing children what really is pornography, teaching them about sexual acts in the second grade, having trans drag shows in school libraries and have them strip in front of little kids. We all knew that was wrong. All knew. I didn't change. You changed. Americans who have, for some reason, have gone down this road. They've gone down this road so far that they've had to just accept that this is okay now. And they know it's not. They know it's not. But if they can't turn the corner now, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, they're too distracted to get involved. I don't think you're going to see a real high turnout in November. I think Republicans will turn out more than Democrats. And here's what the polls never show. If the African American community, which is getting hammered worst of all by the Democrats, if they stay home and that's not calibrated by polling, then it's a rout. It's a rout. And that could very well happen.